good people around me. The editing was daunting. Music clearances were really frightening. And that was like, we should have did a short film called Michael Rapaport is scared shit trying to clear Tribe Called Quest music. Because, you know, we'd cut scenes around songs and then they'd be like, well, you can't clear the song. And that was a really challenging thing. I mean, making a film is hard. Making an independent film is harder. And making a music documentary about hip-hop is really hard. So, I mean, but the editing was probably the most challenging thing for me personally.
And what about for the guys that were being followed by cameras and telling deep, dark secrets?
I didn't hear that last part.
What was the hardest part of the movie for you, like, or the process for you guys?
Being around Michael Rapaport, period. This dude is crazy, man. Like, we were sitting around. I can't even think right now because he's so hilarious and it's just crazy. But nah, the most serious part for me, the hardest part for me was even accepting doing the film and then having to talk about my illness and stuff like that within the film. That was definitely the hardest part, but I felt by the time we were ending filming, I felt like he was my people's, you know what I'm saying? So I could tell him certain things. And then for him to show the world, I really trusted him with 20 years of our lives in a nutshell, if not more, you know what I'm saying? So that was difficult, but thank you, for real.
Sorry, all right. It's all right. When you turn up microphone number 1, I'm extremely soft-spoken. The next few things I said, I really want you to hear. Is this better? No. Yeah, I know that I do this all the time. I push up the fader because you just turn up green number 1 so everyone can hear me. The hardest part for me actually was reliving Fife's surgery and seeing the whole thing, him being so vulnerable and really showing the difficulties that are there that has absolutely nothing to do with music, but it's just, you know, like, this is my brother, and I'm pretty sure that there are many people out there who know people related to people who are, you know, may have a sickness or illness, and to, you know, have an insider's perspective is one thing, and to know, like, you're living your life in your area, your arena, your bubble, and it's just you and your family, and that's it, and you get through. But to know that it is exposed in this way, for me, it was a challenge, you know, because I remember, like, Jerobi let it hang out, as you saw, but I just really remember the challenges, and there are unknown challenges that, you know exist, and you really want to know, like, whoa, what's going on? You want to know more, you know? So just really seeing that and seeing that, the pain known and unknown, just, that was it. Other than that, having a camera follow you, having this guy, you know, on you, asking you a series of questions that you have no idea where he's going when he's asking you, sometimes it's really not a problem. You're welcome. Last question.
Hi, and Ali did say I'm his sister, so hi. So for me, this is intimate because I went to Bergstrom High School. You saw our principal, who was my volleyball coach, and this is, Mike, honestly, a walk down memory lane, and it's an intimate walk. I don't have so much of a question, but I do want to thank you because there are parts of Ali and Tip and Fife that even though I grew up with them, I grew up in the same house with Ali, and in the music, there are parts of their professional development, if you will, that I didn't know. And just like the fans might not have an idea, I think that you did a good job of just showing with integrity and honesty the relationship that trying to push for you guys to sort of resolve. What I do want to leave you with is this. You know, time is linear, and I say that often in the business that I do. I wouldn't work in the type of work that I do if it hadn't been for my brother saying, okay, go do this particular line of work. But time is linear. And sometimes how people reveal themselves and how situations unfold, it's always easier to see in a sort of afterthought kind of way what happened, and by then you've developed feelings or sentiments that you almost wish you didn't develop. And so as you guys are going through this, I think it's great that Sony's picking it up, but I just kind of want you to remember, you have the rest of your lives to go, and time is linear. And with time, you wind up forgiving some things. And so I just want to leave you with that sort of sentiment, because I think from beginning to end, even with seeing some of the disconnect that may be in existence, at the end, as a viewer or a fan, you walk away feeling good. It still is a feel-good movie. And I think you kind of put that together in the movie grand way.
I'm going to do the last shout out, and then we're going to wrap it up with a shout out to Jerome and Q-Tip, the abstract poetic, who wasn't here. And I really appreciate you guys enjoying the film, and I appreciate Tribeca Quest for giving me this opportunity.
Hey, before you all leave, being here is kind of interesting. It really didn't hit me until I was sitting there, and before I went off into a Tribe Called Questville, my mother, as an 18-year-old, was like, Mom, first year in college, I was like, Mom, I want to forget everything you taught me and go make music, for real, professionally. And my mom said, really? I want you to write an essay and explain to me why you want to leave school and what you hope to achieve. What mother does that? But as I was sitting here watching it, it really hit me that this is the school that I departed from to venture off into a Tribe Called Quest, BMCC, the building that we're all sitting in. So it shows you that, at least for me, my life was definitely filled with a lot of purpose. And I think that the way Q-Tip ended the movie by saying that we didn't compromise is important, and I think that's why the group really touched a lot of souls. So I think we may feel that in our music we can do a bit of good. And I look and I'm like, wow, yeah, I did have a purpose. I left this building to go do that, wow. But sometimes the lessons are still unfolding before you. And when you ask the question about the difficulty in making this documentary, there's no difficulty in life. You have what my father, who's no longer here, used to say, I'm living life with the bitter and the sweet. And in any relationship, mother, son, husband, wife, whatever it is, there, and like with a Tribe Called Quest, there are great times and there are adversities. And as my sister is saying, that through time, it's linear and you can make a difference. And the experience that came out of what is a beautiful thing beginning to end and even here, came to a point that a lot of scrutiny, a lot of questions were made as to our position as a whole on a Tribe Called Quest. And if anything, you walk away with uncertain questions answered or unanswered as to the drama outside of the film, I need to address it. So I'm going to do so in an Ali Shaheed Muhammad, very diplomatic and poised way, and say, there's no uh-oh. Did I hear someone say uh-oh? I'm a peaceful person, and I get peace by any means necessary. But overall, what I'm trying to say here is through the difficulties and the challenges, the lesson is that we're still here. And we're here to support what I think was, I hope, a legacy of music that maintained an integrity, that embraced all people. It was displayed by all the people who supported, you know, the Pharrells, the Commons, the De La Souls, everyone, the native tongues. That's really what hip hop is about. And that's what, in my opinion, life should be about, is unity. And so I'm here Thank you. I'm here showing my support, but also the greater lesson is through the drama, maintain your integrity, have poise, know where you're going, have control of things that you create. It's important. And, you know, without going too hard, I just wanted to leave y'all with that. Michael, thank you. It's a lovely documentary. It's a dope. It's about our relationship that's entangled in music, but I think it's everybody's relationship and message. And I'm good. I hope you're good. You good, babe? Melissa, y'all good? Y'all good?
Yeah, thank you.
God bless y'all. Thank you for taking an interest in what we've done for the past 22 years. Peace, y'all.